I'm living my best life. I'm living my best life. Made a couple M's with my best friends. Turned all my L's into lessons.
What up, dope world? This is your man Jay Liggs, and this is the Coach Secure. We're back at it again. Appreciate everybody riding with us thus far. I got my favorite people in the building. What up, Tiff?
Man, what's up with you?
Chilling. How you doing?
I'm good.
That's good. How was your day so far?
It
How
was
was
a
your
good
week?
day.
Was it?
I had a really good day
Okay.
and a decent week.
All right.
Yeah, today was cool.
That's good. E, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty great. How are you?
I'm all right. How was your day?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
How was your week
Um,
since the last show?
really good actually. I'm getting a lot of work done because next Thursday is my last day of work.
They
For
fired
the rest
you?
of the year. You tried it.
I just want to know if you got fired.
I told you I just got a promotion.
Oh, fuck, you getting money now.
I'm sorry.
Can I
What?
have a loan? No?
She got it.
I'm sure she do.
Anyway,
Promotions come with zeros.
I don't go back to work until next year after next Thursday. So maybe I'll pick up a hobby or something like that. You know.
Wait, after next Thursday, you don't go back to next year. When?
January 7th.
7.
Jesus
Oh, that's
Christ.
a gravy deal.
We'll
Yeah.
talk about that later.
You getting a whole lot of money. And so what else?
I'll pick up a hobby or something like that. over
What hobby
the
you gonna
break.
pick up?
You know, I'm thinking about maybe teaching myself how to knit.
Teaching yourself
Whoa.
how
Maybe
to
read
knit.
a couple of books.
Whoa.
And I mean, winter activities. Why does that? I mean,
What's a winter activity?
I just named a couple.
Reading and books.
I might, maybe take a painting class or, get back to my creative side. I haven't done any like crafts in a while, and I'm usually, crafty around the house and stuff. So
Oh, you're crafty around the house. All right.
I said what I said.
All right, whatever. Soraya, how you doing?
I'm good, guys.
Glad to have you in. How was your day?
It was good. I got to work from home today, so
So you did nothing.
no, I did a lot actually. Answered a bunch of emails and had to deal with a lot of clients, so it was still pretty busy, but at least I got to do it from my couch.
Sounds like you did nothing.
Haters.
That's kind of what it sounds like.
What?
Sounds
Y'all
like
don't
you
know
did-
my
I was on your
life.
side, like, oh, she right
They
there.
don't.
get
They
on
don't know my
that.
life.
She
If
did
only I could tell you.
She
but
did nothing. It's
HIPAA.
cool. Oh, HIPAA. Wow. All right.
Go ahead.
All right,
How
well,
was your
cool.
week?
Um,
I don't think we ever asked you.
y'all don't.
I think you get around to it, though.
Yeah.
No,
We
y'all
get around
don't.
to-
The only time y'all asked me how my week was when I got the award. Oh my
You
God.
wanted to mention that again?
Shameless, humble brag, shameless plug.
You know.
Have some class. How was your week?
What you say? Now you mad.
I said have some class.
I got a whole lot of class. Put you on the class. Whatever. No, my week was straight. I worked all weekend as I always do. So let me say, like I had this lady come in, right? She was like 73 years old, and I honestly believe that there should be some aptitude tests for smartphones. Like at this point,
Oh, you sound just like me.
I do. And there was nothing against her. Like that comment had nothing to do with her. That was just something I need to drop off because everybody shouldn't have a smartphone. It's
You're
just, it's because I think the phone is sometimes more intelligent than the person. However, but she was a little jazzy, little something came in, like, I need to learn how to do this, that, and the third. So we walking through it. And she's like, well, I'm an artist. So she's showing me her painting. Like, these are my paintings. This is what I do.
Okay.
I'm like, okay. She's like, yeah, I'm not, you young people, I'm going around, I'm on the date, I'm out at dinner on a date with my boyfriend. And we
Excuse
look, I
me?
said, wait.
Excuse me, ma'am. You better get your groove back.
What is going on?
I
It's never
like-
too late.
She was
FYI.
like, I'm on a date with my boyfriend, and when I walk past, and everybody's like this, all in their phone, and I just can't do that. So I don't know how to do too much with my phone. So I need you to show me. I'm like, I was stuck on the boyfriend, like.
She wanted to let you know she was
You're
on the
right.
radio.
Tell woman you love.
I was stuck on the boyfriend, like, dang. But it's crazy how.
Did she look 70 something?
No, she didn't look 73 or
well,
72.
there's
She
your
didn't.
answer.
She didn't. But it's funny how like more and more older people are getting pulled into social media because one of the things she needed to get taken care of was her Facebook, of course.
They love Facebook.
Love it.
They
Yeah.
love Facebook.
That's how you connect.
They
I
love
hate
Facebook.
Facebook.
Well, I'm all on
After
that thing.
when it wasn't for college students anymore, I was over Facebook.
Agreed.
Because
That ruined it. Felt like
they
a
let your
secret
cousins in. You
society.
got
You're right.
You got mad. 'Cause
You're
your-
right. At first, I felt special, like, oh, this is a networking tool for college students.
This is for us.
He was like,
Yeah,
my
this is just for
40,000
us.
means something.
Then, like 4 or 5 years later, my mom was like, "Are you on Facebook?" My friend told me to get a page
Not
on Facebook.
anymore.
I'm like,
You
you
better
know
not.
what? That was my cue to exit. And I haven't been on Facebook since.
Okay. Well, yeah. So what else happened? It's just the craziness that happens in the store. One lady came in and so she came in the store yesterday. It's like she cased the joint, right? I wasn't there, but she came in yesterday and I guess made her presence known, and then came back today and was like, "Yeah, I bought this here yesterday. I want to return it." No one
This
could
whole
remember.
transaction.
No one could remember. They remember her. They're like, "Yeah, I remember you here, but who did you work with?" "Oh, I work with a young lady." "Well, was it this lady?" "It's only two women that work in my store like permanently. Then we got somebody floating, so it's three women. She worked with none of them, but she's like, "Well, yeah, it was and she was so rude. She didn't give me a bag or a receipt, but I want to return this."
Or a receipt. She
Okay,
stole
well.
that phone.
It wasn't a phone. It
Y'all
was a
gonna give her
case.
cash back.
It was a case. So, but the thing with us, if you would Sprint, that's cool. We can look it up on your account.
Ooh.
Nothing came up. Nothing came up. And she was like, "No, I got it from here. It was my birthday. Big Daddy came and he bought it."
Tried it.
Oh, man.
Big Daddy came and he bought it, huh? That's okay. All right. So she was just going back and forth. She ran out, got Big Daddy, and came back in. Big Daddy said he
There's
bought
other
it.
players in this store?
Yeah.
Big Daddy said he bought
He
it.
said he
Like
bought
Plan
it.
B.
Like,
I gotta
bought
go to
it.
Plan
And
B.
she-
Was this
Big
like
Daddy
a
in the
$20 case?
$40.
$40.
You're doing a
Them Kate
lot
Spades
for
be
$40.
$40.
I like me a good
bucks.
Kate Spade case.
Go
I'll spend
$40.
on a case.
$40 for the case. And it was just she was going back and forth. So it was crazy. So it's entertaining.
So what happened? Did y'all give her the $40?
Of course not. Of course not. You know, Sprint
She
ain't
walked
Big-
out mad and threatening to switch providers.
No, she.
Big Daddy didn't have a receipt.
No, Big Daddy didn't have a receipt. He did not have a receipt. No receipt.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so it was cool. However, this is I guess technically the farewell show for our time at Wayne State for right now. So we're doing some special things today. I'm live, as everyone see. If anybody's following, if you have any questions or anything that you want to add to the show, you can. So we're doing a interactive show today. Send all of your comments to Aaron right here.
Hi,
Right there.
guys.
Yeah, send all of your comments to Aaron.
Feel free.
So, interactive show. So if you all, if I'm not talking, y'all got to talk because I got to read. Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. All right. However, a lot of I did want to pick up where we left off last week.
Are you sure?
For a moment, we only have so much time. I did want to pick up. It was a show that a lot of people seem to have liked. It actually carried on a little for about 2 more hours at the bar afterwards.
It did.
A screaming match.
Very much as I was attacked, but I
public.
held my ground.
Did
No.
you?
Yes.
Jeff
Held
just
my
gave
ground.
up and sat there.
Right.
First
You
of all,
did.
first of
You
all,
were-
you
you
were
were
mute.
muted.
First of all,
You were mute for the first hour of the conversation.
I was not mute for the
till
first
you
hour.
felt
So he
pushed.
couldn't take it no
Yeah.
more.
No. This is what
Then you
happened.
start cursing everybody out and yelling, getting all mad.
That's not what
And
happened.
saying this is the
Smoke coming
problem
out
with
your
women.
ears.
That is not what happened. If you're gonna lie, then lie properly. What happened was I was talking to 3 brick walls, and it made no sense to keep throwing this stuff at the wall.
Lies you tell.
So I sat there, and then it was like, "Well, I just want to know why you know what I'm saying." So at this point, you asked for it, I'm gonna give it to you, and then you want to tone me down because I got loud and we in mixed company.
Well-
Talking about some shh. No, you asked for this, now you got it. I was sitting over here minding my business, and now you want it, now you got it.
You did try to embarrass me in public. Don't do it again.
Okay.
What did you say? I said what I said because I said what I
Don't
said.
do it again.
That's exactly what happened. However, so I'll start before we get to that point because I'm sure that's going to take the rest of the show. I do have a question for you all. You all heard about what's going on in Alabama, right? With the young man that was killed at the
mall.
At the mall.
I think he was a Marine or either in the
Right.
armed
He was
forces or
a
something.
farm. So they came back and said, "Oh, got the wrong person, mistake." So one thing that was said that they said somebody said on the Daily Show was that they talk about constitutional rights, but when you break it down, everyone doesn't share the same constitutional right. And it was funny how he put it out. He was like, when you go in certain situations, they talk other people down. But when you approach, African Americans in a certain situation, it's shoot first, ask questions last. And I just wanted to, take a moment to see what you all thought about that. How did you all?
I agree with that. I personally think it's fear. I think that they don't know necessarily, how to handle a young black male or a young black female.
People of color in general.
Correct. And their response is always a bit more aggressive than they would with someone they know how to handle. It's not an excuse and it's not okay, but that's just what it boils down to for me.
Yeah, I agree with that. And even some people will say that, or if you read, like, for instance, when it boils down to, like, the circumstances with the police and things like that, even in their reports, they always say I was afraid or I was fearing for my life.
I mean, but that's just cop lingo.
But I do believe that it's not right, and the question is, why are you so afraid? But I do believe that it's fear driven. It's like you said, I don't know what to do in this situation, so I'm going to handle it aggressively and then just figure it out later.
I'll tell you what to do. Go get a job at Walmart. Seriously, instead of you supposedly trying to protect your community, if you're scared to do that, like, be real with yourself. I think some people are out here, picking up jobs, that they're not ready for.
Absolutely.
Such as being a police officer. Everybody is not equipped mentally for that kind of job. And for those to be your answers after, like, back to back to back, all these black males are being killed, like, your response is because you were scared. That should be you're supposed to
your job
think
is
of
to
the
not
best
be scared,
solutions
I guess,
so
in
it doesn't lead to
situations.
that. Not
Correct.
do that first and then say, maybe I could have did that. No, you should have did that first.
For cops, though, that's a get out of jail free card.
I know.
Because as soon as you say you were in fear for
It's
your
then
life,
your word against
Yeah.
theirs, and they're
Right.
not here.
and how can you
So-
truly prove that you're in fear for your life? Because it's your feelings.
Yeah.
So once they say it, it's like, okay, well, hey, maybe he
yeah.
genuinely was in fear.
That makes me think of the police were called to some house or something like that. I saw this on the World News, but one of the cops, like, came in and just shot, like, this old man in the house. I guess he thought he had something or whatever, but his reason was, he feared for his life. But that's the second life he took in 1 month.
Oh no,
He's still working.
Oh.
So
he got away with it the first time and decided to say it again.
It's
the
easy
second
now.
time. Yeah.
But that's not. That's one of those jobs where you have to be able to put your fear aside and make the best decision possible. And I don't believe people are doing that. It's happening too often. So, yeah, I think you need to check yourself before. Seriously, you know what I mean?
No, that's completely
like,
fair.
Really, really think about it before you get into something like that. And I
position
mean that
like
for
that.
like firefighters, for them too. If you get in the military, all of that. Like,
Right.
if you get in any position where you're supposed to be protecting and serving, those people's lives come before yours.
At your choice.
Right.
So the mindset is, I took this job with that risk, and
Right.
I
You
have
knew
to
what
be
you were
able
getting
to
into.
handle every situation, for the most part, with going in with the same plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I just don't understand how in Alabama the situation, they shot that guy in the back.
Yeah.
Like, this
So-
is a serviceman. You guys wave your flag for servicemen, and you shot this man in the back.
So there's no way around that. I feel like what can
No.
you possibly say?
Where was the fear? Where was the threat?
Yeah.
They just saw a gun. But the funny thing is, it came out that when they came in, because it's Alabama and it's an open carry state, everyone had guns, like drawn.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, not everyone, but a lot of people had guns drawn. So
It's a part of me too. Like, now it's getting to the point. Like, are they shooting to kill? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what happened to
well,
you?
you're
Yeah.
supposed to. You're
trained
trained to shoot to kill.
You're trained to shoot to kill. It's not
Well,
shoot to
you're
Not-
trained to neutralize the threat.
Right. You can do that.
So the perception is, I'm
Other-
gonna shoot to kill to neutralize the threat.
You shoot until the threat is no more, and if you
That's
assume,
shoot to kill. I mean, at the end of the day, that's shoot to kill. However,
Yes.
So I just wanted to drop that. So keep going. I don't know if you all follow Kareem Burke Biggs. That's the other founder.
no, but I like him.
Yeah, Kareem Burke, the other founder of Rockefeller. he did a interview with Bloomingdale's. Actually, like, you know, talk about his fashion and things of that nature. And he made a comment today that I appreciated, and I wanted to get you all's opinion on it. It was, he basically said, when I'm dealing with people, I don't, I appreciate the relationship more than the transaction. Like, when he's dealing with someone, that's his goal. You know what I'm saying? He wants to foster the relationship. Whatever, I don't have to have anything to come from this. Like, I don't have to gain anything. I don't have to do anything for you, or the case, or you don't have to do anything for me per se, because I want to see you win. Because ultimately, when you win, I'm gonna win. We can win together, so on and so forth. So, how do you all feel about that comment?
I think that's a fact. Like, I
Do you
think
think
that
everyone feels that way?
absolutely
I
not.
don't know.
I think a lot of people are more transactional. Like, what can I get out of this situation? How can I use this situation to grow? Not how can I keep this person? How can I grow with this person? And then ultimately, if we do business or if we don't do business, you know, that's fine.
Some
Right.
people
No.
aren't even thinking that way. Like, they're thinking, like, what can I get from you immediately and move on? Like, not even really thinking about the growth aspect of it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Which is pretty immature, but
But everybody's not there.
yeah.
Everybody doesn't know that, like, and that's not making an excuse for people, but a lot of people are just out here, look, I just need to survive, so I need to do what I need to do.
Right now,
and-
in this moment.
Right.
But that way of thinking that he said, it creates relationships, it creates loyalty, where in turn something you can benefit organically from that relationship.
Right.
Now it's not like, oh, I expect something or I'm coming to ask you for something. Now you've created a
Right.
friend or an ally, and something organically may come from it that's beneficial to you without expecting it.
Right.
So I think that makes total sense.
All right, speaking about just, you know, entrepreneurship and, you know, business, whatever, you all know about what the Michigan Chronicle does for the Best in Black that they do every year?
Yeah.
They
Did
just
you-
had that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to take a time to, you know, congratulate everyone that won, because a couple of people I know won, and it's a good look. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
just,
it
it's a very good look, and I like it. And they have a podcast
Really?
segment category. So yeah, we shooting for
Who do
it.
you know that won? Like, what is
DJ BJ won.
DJ, VJ?
Yeah, he won. Justin Floyd won. Who else won? A couple other people.
I
won.
A
remember
lot of great
voting
people.
for that last year.
Yeah,
A lot of
last
great
year
people.
I
Yeah,
remember voting.
a lot of people won. I thought DeLorean was gonna win for singer. I don't know if you heard DeLorean Cotton. I don't know if you ever heard him sing, but he's pretty dope. But he was one of the finalists,
three or
top three,
something.
whatever. So that's just a
Nice.
really good look, and I like what
It
they're
is.
doing. And I just want to give big ups to, you know, the Michigan Chronicle for doing that.
They
Absolutely.
have an actual, like, award
Award
ceremony, don't
ceremony.
Yeah,
they?
yeah. I think it was
Yeah.
at the like the Arts Museum or something. It was somewhere downtown, but it was a big deal. So that was something that was dope.
You trying to put your hat in the ring?
Oh, I will be.
Excuse
Oh,
me.
Speak
I
it,
will
speak
be.
it.
I'm there. What you say? I said what I said because I said what I said. I'm there
my
for sure. I'm gonna put it out there. So you had a comment that you wanted to make, but was it pertaining to the conversation of last week?
No.
It's totally
No,
separate.
it's kind of on a lighter note, stemming from what we opened with, talking about the situation in Alabama,
Okay.
as far
Oh.
as racial tension.
So, for those of you who have not seen the video online, there's a new woman out there called Target Teresa.
I love these names.
Similar to a barbecue back here.
Target
and-
Teresa.
What was the other
So what
Something
happened?
Patty.
So what happened?
Permit
was-
patty.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. So basically it was 3 black women talking in Target in an aisle. And Target Teresa, I guess she kind of backed up her buggy and questioned them about their conversation, saying, "Are you guys talking about having sex in public?" So
Were they?
listen, wait,
If
wait.
they were okay, I'm gonna let you finish the story because
So
before I get upset.
I just like to
So-
set the scene.
they
Let me
were
know everything.
like, basically, they were extremely calm with her, which bravo to them, to those 3 women, because
That wouldn't have been the case.
catch
at
the
end.
wrong person.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were very calm with her. They said, like, what are you talking about? They said, that's not what we said. She was like, you guys are over here talking about having sex in public. They were like, we were talking about Eartha Kitt in the movie.
Yeah, they were gracious enough to explain
Yeah.
the
And they went
context of
back
their
and forth
conversation to this woman.
With this woman.
wow.
She said, you guys are abusers. She
Wow.
said, you're trained to lie.
Yeah, this is like this is what you people do.
She's-
You're trained to lie. You're abusers. Like she verbally attacked them. Stood
About
there.
a
Teresa was on one.
conversation. She was on 10. You hear
She
me?
came in on 10.
About a
Security.
conversation.
That would have been me. Like, come get her.
And the funny thing is,
Yikes.
I mean, I hate to say it, but a lot of times in situations like this, they're the first ones to like call like, oh, freedom of speech. I have the freedom of speech to say whatever. So do I.
Don't we all?
So if
This
I was
crazy world we
talking
live in.
about that in Target, that's my business.
Correct.
Why are you like?
I think nowadays people are just on edge and they just want to pick with people. You have your own opinion and you want others to share that opinion. That's not the case. Kudos to those women though to explain
Yeah.
themselves.
Yeah.
It's not my life.
Mine either.
That's not my ministry. You will not.
Catch these hands.
You will not, under any circumstances, especially in public.
But the funny thing is, I think that's what
Front
she
me off.
wanted because
She
she
wanted
kept
them to-
standing there
yeah.
like staring
She
at
was
him
like-
like,
it
say
was-
something,
it
do
was
something.
she
several
was
long-
looking for a fight.
Yeah, it was long
yeah.
pauses where she just stood there staring at them. Like she's thinking of something else to say to them.
Merry
to get them
Christmas,
riled
ma'am.
up.
Merry
Have a blessed
Christmas.
one.
Today is your day. Like, you're gonna get what you want. Like
You got one more Merry Christmas before this whole situation changes, ma'am.
dude, I keep thinking like, what would I do in that situation? Knowing me, like I would do nothing but like I would laugh at you. Like
Yeah, and
I
probably
can't
call
take
security.
this
I
serious.
would.
I would do one of two things. I would have called definitely would have
Obnoxiously.
yes. I would have
Security,
definitely called security and say I'm being harassed and I feel
Yeah,
threatened, all
yeah.
types of stuff. So they have to carry her out of the store. I would do that, or I would follow her around the entire Target and I would whisper sex the entire time. I'm not even playing. I would say all different kinds of sex. I am.
Big
Patty
petty.
LaBelle all day. I have no
for that.
problem because I would follow her. I would even get in the same line and follow her.
Like, we
in
gonna
the
have a
parking
good old
lot.
time today at
Yeah,
Target,
I'm gonna have
ma'am.
fun with you. Since you want to act up, I can too.
Oh my god.
Big petty. All
And she
right.
can't say I'm harassing her because I'm gonna be like, I haven't said
I'm in
anything
the
to this
store.
woman. I'm shopping. What are you talking about?
We
Big
just happen
petty.
to be shopping
And
for
right
the same
after they
things
leave,
today.
I'm gonna say sex. Filthy sex.
Okay.
So,
The nasty
so
kind.
Blade Brown, 1914, said she was mad because she wasn't getting done.
And some people were commenting under the video and they were like, somebody should just yell because you ain't getting done. Like you hearing all types of stuff. Yeah, she was big mad.
Shouts out to Bleed
In
Gizzy
return,
for
made
watching
me
the
big
show.
mad. I couldn't work for like 30 minutes.
Oh my
Sitting there hot.
god.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so the cease to resistance.
Peace.
So I'm gonna enter this conversation with this. So at work,
Choose your words wisely.
at work today, the conversation came up. Is it a must? How do you feel if you wanted to keep your last name, but your mate said no?
Why are you looking at me like I'm
You feel like you're gonna be the one to have a problem
Because
with
you gonna be the one to go
You
in.
think I have like some extreme feminist answer for this, and I don't.
I just asked.
I don't think it's that serious.
Isn't it? Okay.
Only reason why I would keep my name is if I was a Kardashian and
If your name,
Right.
if my
is
name was worth millions, I
and,
might
and
not
that's
change
and
it.
that's what I said. I said
no big-
that was my
yeah.
that was my thing. I said so if you've established yourself, like your name, you're a doctor, a lawyer, you're such and such.
Even still.
No, if I was a doctor, I'd still change. Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no, like
it's a lot of paperwork, but
well, yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like if you're established
Yeah.
out here and you've been published or whatever the case may be, you could hyphenate it. Like at that point,
My sister-in-law hyphenated.
I wouldn't have a problem with you hyphenating.
It's
You know
too
what I'm
much
saying?
work for me.
But no, most people never really go. I think the only person I know that go by it is Jada Pinkett Smith. I've never heard anybody
yeah, that's
else.
true.
that actually.
That works for her though, because Jada Smith, nobody's checking for that.
Oh,
Just say
it
it.
washes her out a little bit, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
say it though. Like Jada
doesn't have as
Pinkett
much-
Smith is like,
That's Pinkett. Like, oh yeah, I
Jada
know
Smith?
Jada Pinkett.
No.
You know Jada Smith? Nah, do I?
That could be anybody.
right.
Wow.
But-
Wow. So this is how you all do things?
People
So
know
when
her
y'all meet a
name.
guy, it's like,
You have to
It
match
has to
those
flow.
names
It has to
up.
flow.
so if your name don't flow with his, is that a reason for not doing
It
it?
is not.
I mean,
We're
that's
just
the reason for
talking.
potentially hyphenating.
Yeah. I agree with that. I do agree.
You
with
got to
that.
be smart
It has
here.
to flow.
Okay, I actually disagree with them for a change. I'll definitely take my husband's last name. I don't. Yeah.
Oh no, I'll
But you
take
have
it.
a name that can go anything. I don't feel like my name would go with anything, so I think about stuff
Yeah,
like
Aaron
that.
goes with everything.
Aaron does go with everything.
Aaron
Did you
Thomas.
just call me like
Aaron
Branch? or
Johnson.
something? Like, call me like
That could be a good thing,
a
right?
bland condiment. Like
That's a good thing.
Like,
That's
she
a good
She
thing.
called me
and
Ranch.
the way she said it, she was like,
Yeah, you fit in everywhere.
Basically,
That
like, my
works.
name is a little
Hey,
too
she-
creative.
hey,
Like
she
go
called-
with anyone's last name.
No,
like,
no,
my name,
that's not what
my
I'm-
name is 4 letters.
Hey,
and
she
with-
called you Salt.
basically, you haven't
I
got
think
anything.
that's a good thing.
Okay, girl.
Oh,
Wow. So, I'm not sure exactly where we left off last week. How
You
We
just
were
don't
more so
want-
talking about the independence of women and is that a real issue or not
Is
for
it?
men.
And the fragile egos of men.
So you all took notes, I see.
It's hard to forget.
So I'm shooting out to everyone, all my men.
Would
you
you
know,
need
chime
backup or
in.
something?
No, I
I
don't
think
need
so.
no backup. I don't need not for you, Aaron.
Okay, well, to stem into that conversation, because I'm going to tell y'all what happened to me yesterday. It's not a huge deal, but do you think that this independence or over-independence killed chivalry?
Oh, yeah,
And I'll
definitely.
tell you, yesterday I was very,
it
very
was killing
annoyed.
itself anyway, though.
That's
so.
true. But yesterday I was very, very annoyed. I was leaving my building and this guy, both him and I were walking towards the door, but towards each other, if you get what I mean. Like, so I got there first. All right, fine. I'm going to open the door for you to either A, let me through, or B, grab it. This
I know.
blank, 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 just walk through.
Did he say thank you?
No.
Oh.
I'm not your man. I'm not a man. Why do you think this is okay? Like, and then I said, so is chivalry dead? Like, you could have grabbed it. Even if he said thank you, I still would have felt away. But like,
Did you tell him you're welcome?
I was so flabbergasted.
I do it all the
I just
time.
kept on moving. I said,
That's not just a man thing. That's a 2018
You're welcome.
thing. Women do that too. Like, and well, actually, some of my friends do that to me. I open the door and they walk through. I'm like, I'm not your boyfriend.
but a male that I don't know, like,
no, that was
that, to
that's
me,
a
that's
problem.
even worse.
That
Like,
was-
you know what I mean? If you knew me, we friends, whatever, I still
it's
would have.
okay.
We were talking.
No,
when
I
we
would
were
have talked
walking.
trash, but like you're a complete stranger. So,
So let me ask this question.
where are your manners?
So let me ask this question. So do you all think a lot of women expect
Go
chivalry?
with that word.
What?
Expectations.
That made me think about myself.
Do you
actually.
think a lot of women expect chivalry? Because, okay, I'll give you a prime example. I dated someone at one point in time in my life, and we were walking down the street. Swim moved her to the inside. You know what I'm saying? What's that for?
One point for you.
Which,
Oh, she said that?
yeah, what you do that for?
Oh, maybe
She's never experienced
that.
that.
Right. So
before.
here's the thing. So that's what I'm talking about with expectations. So do you think a lot of women expect chivalry? Because if it's not expected, then you got a lot of men that's not doing it. So then it becomes a repetitive thing. This person didn't expect it, so therefore I'm not doing it. No one's expecting it. It's not something that's being taught anymore, like manners, etiquette.
No.
You think? No. Have you seen these people?
No,
Manners.
I think. Listen,
Have you seen these people?
to that I would
Manners,
say. To that I would say
That's
I
a
don't.
common courtesy.
Everyone don't have manners. Like, are
They
you
don't.
serious?
They don't. In that situation, or even in general, when it comes to chivalry, me personally, I would say, I'm pleasantly surprised when it happens. But
yeah.
but if it doesn't happen, I feel away. So I don't know if I want to say I expect it because I'm still surprised when it happens because it doesn't
I am
happen
too.
so often.
Yeah.
But if you don't do it, I also notice it. Like,
I'm so
That's true.
conditioned to
That's true.
Yeah.
Because I get excited. Like if I see a
Yeah,
guy
if you
open
do
the
it,
door,
oh my
it's like,
goodness.
oh, wow.
Okay.
and that's
so-
crazy,
Look
right?
at
That you
you.
like
Something
really
so
impressed by
small.
that. Like, oh my goodness.
So if you're dating a guy, would you walk up to the door and wait? At the
My
door?
mother does
I
that.
don't
My
know.
mother does that, and I
I
think
don't
it's
do that.
hilarious.
That's first of all, that's awkward.
She does it to her husband, but I
well,
think it's
yeah,
hilarious.
But like I hate saying this. Okay, like it's a part of me. It's a part of me, right? Like I will actually, if I see he might be walking the same pace as me, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll slow down just a tad. If he doesn't like reach for the door, just grab the damn door. You know what I mean? Like I'll just grab the door. You know what I mean? Like I guess I'm not expecting it, but I'm hopeful
So
that
here's
Like
a,
you're
might-
going to grab that.
you
so
might
here's a
grab the door
comment
for
to
me.
what you were kind of saying. So Melvin J says, "Oh, Melvin said what up to."
Hey, boo.
Shout out.
really. You
So-
got your boo things on this live.
Absolutely
We know you
not.
trying to work.
Whoa.
That
so
escalated.
Melvin J said a lot of uneducated women don't expect it. So how?
We some educated
Whoa,
women.
Wait a minute.
What-
Wait,
what-
ask the question
So-
first before
so
we
I
all
don't- I
flip the
don't-
table.
I don't think he meant all women are uneducated. I think he meant they're uneducated about the fact of chivalry.
Oh.
Like it's not being passed down.
Read that
anymore.
one more time.
Well, I
Verbatim,
would like
please.
clarification. Does he mean like formal education, or does he
Right.
mean like?
So Melly Mel, they want to know if you mean formal education or like common sense. I'm gonna need you to chime back in. and-
While he's doing that, the aspect of it not being passed down, there's a difference. My expectations.
Oh, Lo said what up to y'all too.
Hello. There's a difference.
She gotta
Hi,
get her
how are
point off.
you?
Yeah, no, but there's a difference between something being passed down and me saying, okay, this is what I expect because I saw it or someone told me, and me now being 30, blah, 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 blah years old.
Oh, blah, blah,
and
blah.
I haven't seen it for 15 years. Now I don't expect it, or now I'm shocked when it happens.
But see-
It's not that initially I didn't come out the gate
I
thinking
think that comment was not for the 30 blah blah blah. It's for the younger generation. Like they're not being taught.
I
this. They
can't
don't
speak
see
for
it.
the younger generation. They're on
just
some other
refuse-
stuff.
I
like,
refuse to believe though, even still. So like, in the capacity of my job, I deal with a lot of younger guys. These guys open the door. Like, are there some that I have to hold the door for and it irritates my soul? Absolutely. But like these guys are, hey, you can go in first. Like they know right from wrong. They know what to do.
I think a lot of men know they just don't do it because
So
they
let me-
don't
so-
have.
so let
Guess
me-
what? You know why? Because they don't have to. And we're back to this last week.
Well,
a lot of men
well,
do some
well,
things
well,
because
who
they
made them
can.
not have to.
Not me personally, but
That should, but
Look.
you being a good person and opening the door
That
shouldn't be
shouldn't be-
determined
So
by
let me ask this
the
question.
woman you're
Let me
with.
play
That makes
devil-
no
Let me play
sense.
devil's
That's
advocate.
true.
Does manners and chivalry determine right or wrong? Because you said there's people know the difference between right.
I'll
and
correct
wrong.
myself. That's fine. People should still have manners regardless. It doesn't matter who you're with. You have manners or you don't.
So is manners and respect the same
like,
thing?
are you gonna let some 80-year-old woman
Some
open the
people
door
will.
for you?
Some
that's
people will.
that's
But I
ridiculous.
think y'all are talking about like basic
That's what-
common courtesy. So, okay, opening the door, yeah, that's something. But for instance, a guy getting out the car, walking around and opening the door for you. That's not something that happens often, but that is an
happens.
example of
that's
chivalry.
uncomfortable
That's
for me.
weird.
I don't-
But why? It shouldn't be.
Because,
Because
I
if
mean,
you're
I'm
looking
like,
at
I can open my
chivalry and
door.
manners from back in the day,
can see
like
you now back up,
that
bro.
is thing. That's something they would do.
I mean, I get.
Or-
I
Feel
get,
free
I
to
get what-
open my door.
I get what
or walk
Of
you
course.
to your car versus watching you from the porch or something like that.
My homeboy.
have some tact.
That's what I mean by chivalry.
Well-
Everybody should. Common courtesy is holding the door.
Well,
open.
you have to look at the.
They
the
said you're
word-
doing the walk of shame anyway.
No.
Just go on,
Yeah.
go on and fast.
I was about to, I was about to say,
feel good.
I was about to say. So the climate that we live in, you probably can't let everybody know.
If that's the case,
That's
you
so
should
trite.
Oh,
be
you
with
moving
us.
wrong.
You see what I mean? You see, we're going back to men doing things as they can.
You out here moving real terrible.
So you got people out here doing the walk of shame, and you're ashamed of who's doing the walk of
you
shame
gotta
from
take
your
that
home.
walk of shame alone.
Yeah,
though.
that's what you gotta take that by yourself.
In yesterday's
That's
clothes.
a lonely watch.
So much
That's
stuff.
your decision. Like I don't have nothing.
The fact
to
that
do
you
with
laughing this
that.
hard, I know you
Have done it.
legit been like, all right, I'll holler at you later.
Looking through the peephole, huh?
Whoa!
That's terrible.
Get that little side peek out the
Nah,
blind.
you wasn't saying that before.
Guys
so you
take
better-
walk of shames too, though.
I got to take a walk of
Or
shame.
do
I
they
said-
take a proud skip?
I was about to say a championship
walk of
stroll.
shame.
All right,
Yeah.
everybody, can guys take a walk of shame?
Absolutely
Chime in. I don't
not.
think guys. How can a guy take
Unless
It's a
he's
championship
soft with a
stroll.
capital T.
a wow? Soft with a
What?
capital T.
No guy is caring about leaving some girl's house the next day after he right.
No, because he might not go home.
You
First
first of all, I just
nasty.
realized what you just
He
said.
might not go home.
Another place?
No, the day may continue.
Oh,
my
that's
God.
nasty.
Oh, I thought you meant to
I
someone
mean,
else's
I would
home.
hope if he washed or bathed. If I'm staying at your house and you can't let me wash, we got a
Wash.
problem.
Watch so you can make your next
Bro, you
stop.
gotta go.
Oh, geez, really? It's like that?
But that's not the next day, though. That's not the next day. We talking about the next day.
It's like that, too?
Depending on the time. Ooh.
And you talking about
go to work.
Hey, I can see that now. I got to get up early tomorrow. Bro. Like, you got to
So
get
what
out
you
of
about
here.
to get into tonight?
Oh, so Melvin chimed in and said no. Guys cannot take a walk of shame.
Oh, yeah, I agree. But that's the double standard. What are you really... Who knows a man who really took a walk of shame? No one. It doesn't exist unless he's soft with a
I don't
capital
know.
T.
I think it depends on the interactions you had with that girl that night. No?
Oh, I know what
You
you
mean-
mean.
you know
Like
what I'm
if you
saying?
don't feel like you were.
Excuse me? Oh.
It's like now you gotta
did
get
your
up
best.
and
Oh, okay.
How many guys actually really feel bad about their
Lollygag on
performance?
Twitter.
Wait. Okay, so let's go
Keep
back
it
to
PG,
let's go back to
guys.
let's go back to chivalry. So Los chimed in and said he's been told by an older woman. Let me just turn this around. By an older woman not to open the door because it was considered sexist, and he told her.
Wait, what?
He said he
That's
was
unique
told,
to her.
He was he was told by an older woman not to open the door because it was considered sexist, and he told her I told her I opened the door for a man
Raw
and a
burning
woman.
butt out of here.
So she also got mad because of being called a lady as well.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
she
Tell
had
that
some
young
issues.
man or
I
that
know-
old man she can.
I
carry
know
and move
you
it along.
lying.
Messing it up.
Big
the rest of
fella.
us. Right.
First of all, she's a sir, and I know she got a fade. There's no way.
What a
I've
part.
never heard a woman.
Bootsy face.
Never heard a woman.
Did you say the bootsy face?
I've heard ma'am be an issue for some
Yeah.
women.
I called,
Being
lady?
called a lady?
I've called like younger ladies, ma'am, and this one lady could be like, "I'm not a ma'am." I'm
Well,
like,
Because
That's
it implies
different.
that you're older, but
I do
that's
it being
different.
sarcastic. Like
Yeah.
if it's a
But
young
my-
girl in here
And you
being
say
simple,
ma'am, I'm
ma'am,
like, okay. Yeah.
but my
I
thing
need you to
is,
have a seat.
I could
Nah,
have
you gotta
said
say sis.
said
That'll
a
really
lot
upset her.
worse. Hey, you. You know what I'm saying? Come here. Hey, you. Like,
Why he bring that example up like that was relevant? Because he know that's not most women.
Close. They said
We know
they said
that.
it wasn't relevant, man.
He had to shoot in the dark.
She-
He had to throw something out there.
She is the man in the relationship. That's a
She
fact.
opens the doors.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
why.
no, I encourage all males not to follow that logic because no, you won't win that way. But to each his own for her.
Look,
That's
I
her
think
business.
everybody has literally turned lazy. Men have turned lazy. Women also have become lazy when it comes to actually like making effort. So I think that's why a lot of women let things slide. Like they just want to have a man around that much.
Lo
they will
said
take.
it was relevant. No, he said what he said because he said what he said.
Relevant.
If that's what he said.
Relevant.
Oh.
You didn't say
I
relevant.
said relevant.
No,
No, you
you
didn't.
didn't.
Listen, so while we're talking about lazy, did you all see that meme of that guy's kitchen that was
Yes.
in absolute disarray?
Oh.
And he called it the wifey test.
Oh, that's
So
a
he
problem.
said his kitchen was absolutely disgusting. It was stuff
was.
everywhere.
It was.
And the caption read something along the lines of,
Let me get everyone caught up to date.
"Oh, I'm telling the story." No.
Yeah.
Why?
Wow.
So the caption read something along the lines of, I invited my girl over, or the girl I'm dating over after a while of dating, to see if she would pass this wifey test. And I left out for like an hour, and she didn't touch not one dish. She didn't change anything
No, I think it
in
was
the
the
kitchen.
next day or something.
Oh,
She
well,
was leaving out the next day, and
Wow.
she didn't do nothing.
However long it
Cook,
was,
clean, or
she
nothing.
didn't cook, clean, or do anything.
And he thought she
Guarantee
was
he ain't opened one door.
Wish
That's one of the ones who ain't opened not one door. You
I got questions.
mm,
Soon as we walk
Yeah.
in, like, why you didn't wash your dishes? You knew I was coming, right?
Yeah, you know exactly.
First
Like,
of all, how
oh.
about that's the husband test that you failed. You're trifling.
And
Right.
you can't keep your
Yeah.
house clean.
And then now I'm questioning, when the
here's-
last time you washed those sheets?
So I'm not staying.
Yeah, I gotta
here-
go. My anxiety would be on 10. I gotta get out of here.
So here's the thing, though. There are some women that will do that, though.
And they
We know,
stupid.
which is why men do what they do because they can.
And
But that's
and
fine.
I
can't-
said
why can't
what
they,
I
Why can't
said.
they, Aaron?
Be for real, men get away with a whole lot more than what women can get away with.
Why is it getting away? Why
So
is it
if a
just-
woman had 10 bags of trash just piled up in her kitchen, waiting on a man to come take them out, would you stay? Would you take her trash out? Jeffrey?
Or are you gonna leave it there and talk about her the next day?
You said
Like a
10
dog.
bags?
You saw all those dishes. She hasn't taken the trash
10,
out.
10 bags? No, I'm not doing 10 bags. 2 bags, I take out 2 bags. 10 bags, I'm not.
Guess what I'll do? If I
I
help
ain't
make the
washing
mess,
a
I'll
dish.
clean all of it up.
Right.
Right. But if I haven't been to your house
I'll-
This
ever,
is my first time.
I'm gonna walk
Or-
right past it
yeah,
on my way out the door. Like
it doesn't exist. yeah, make a U-turn.
And I'm not like
Oh.
silently judging you. We're gonna have to,
Oh, you're
we're gonna
judging
have
out
to
loud.
talk
No,
about that.
yeah, you're right. I'm like,
Why?
that's how you live?
When's the last time you washed those? Did you have a party last night? What's really good?
Like I seriously want to know.
No, hold on. What's your response to this?
To what?
This
The
wifey
question
test.
you just asked us.
I wouldn't have never given nobody that test.
Oh, so you think it's stupid?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
dumb. I'm not gonna get nobody that
I guess
test.
you got a
That's-
little bit of sense.
Wow.
It's the dab.
Wow.
Dab and ranch.
Wow. So a little bit of
A
sense.
dab of Aaron.
A dab of Aaron. Okay, a dab of Aaron. All right, so you all were going in last week, basically saying that men wasn't anything. We'll use the
No, no, no.
PG version.
I don't
no.
think that's what I said. We actually were talking about cheating,
No,
Now
okay,
that I
so-
remember.
So go into
and
dive into
a
that.
lot of men aren't gonna like this, and I don't care. I said what I said. I'll say it again. I usually think, for the most part, that most men will cheat. If they're not, it's for 2 reasons. Number one, they're not cheating because if they have a family and they're like, hardworking, they'll come home, they're too tired, do family stuff, go to bed, do it all over again. They don't have the convenience of cheating. They won't cheat. The second reason,
We're laughing because we
a
know
man,
what she's gonna say.
a man will not cheat
Y'all believe this?
is because he probably can't pull an extra woman.
He's terrible.
That could either be with his game or
His looks.
how he looks. He physically can attract
He's
more
doing
than
the
one woman at the
trash.
same time.
So,
That's
so,
unfortunate.
so
Don't-
here's
it is, but
so-
hey, it's out there.
So what you're
You know
saying
I mean?
is
Like,
that you go into or you're going into every situation.
you asked me that last week.
Right, but the people wasn't
I-
here. So
I
you
don't
go
go-
into every situation expected to be cheated on.
I'm a realist. I don't expect to be cheated on, but I will say this: if it happens,
You're not
you
surprised.
better not let me find out about it. And if I find out about it, will I be completely surprised? Probably not.
Wow.
So
It's humans. Look, I say humans because I feel this way about women too. I don't expect
people to be
the,
monogamous.
the best out of humans.
Oh.
They're human, for God's sakes. People are going to disappoint you frequently.
So do you believe in monogamy then? It
I
sounds
do.
like you don't.
so you probably
Well,
I
out.
believe in making an effort,
You probably,
A solid, the
an
good old
honest
college
effort.
effort.
Gave it
So-
the college try.
so you down with the whole poly?
Right.
Absolutely not. I'm saying, make an effort. Prove me wrong.
Mm.
Maybe But I mean, I don't know what every man does. I know that this was a generalization just for conversation, but I think those are two main reasons why a man might not cheat. Because guess what? If you put a man in the right situation at the right time, it might go down. He might feel bad and never do it again, but it happened.
Oh, baby.
Oh God.
Okay.
He's got comments.
So,
I knew I was gonna get it. It's fine.
all right. So,
I heard we got limited on time.
okay. So, my wonderful life, my sister.
I was gonna say I know that.
I'm
name.
gonna drop this on the back thing about the plates. She said, if you invite me over, it better not be food. It better be food. And not a mess. So it better be food.
Oh, she expected more. Not only
him to cook.
not
I'm
only
not
a
cooking,
clean
you
kitchen,
cook.
but she needs a meal
she
too.
expects a plate.
Okay.
And not for it to be a
I
mess.
heard that.
Yeah.
Lo said,
What'd he say?
Lo
Look.
said black men don't cheat.
Oh, okay.
All right, Charlemagne.
Yeah, right.
Lies.
And now he said he's disappointed in you, Aaron.
Look, I know too many. Look, my father specifically told me, don't trust men.
And
Men will
Blade-
do anything
Blade
to
Brown
sleep with
said,
you. This is verbatim.
Blade Brown said, ugly people cheat with other
But
ugly
even
people.
uglier people.
So, so looks and game don't have nothing to do with it.
Okay,
Ooh, that's
and
true, just making a mess.
Oh, okay. Well, should
They have pretty babies.
should I eliminate my
Right,
number
like
two? There's only one reason why
I mean,
men cheat. Then
he said ugly people cheat.
they got a lot of nerve.
You know what? Yeah.
You got a lot of
Yeah,
nerve.
All right,
two
so-
people
so-
like they was made for each other.
so-
Yeah,
so-
like
so-
only you two want each
match
other
made
in this
So
entire
describe
world.
the dating culture now. So what is
It's
the dating
trash.
culture?
It's terrible.
And why is it terrible? How do we fix it?
Because there ain't nothing out there.
Wow. Y'all hear that? He said there are no good men out there.
Well, most of them will argue that it's not any good women out there either.
Are there any good women out there? Somebody chime in and tell me.
I see
Who
a
has-
paragraph.
Yeah, right. First of all, men have more options than we do.
True. Very
And
true.
yeah,
I think right. Well, I guess the
All right,
dating
so-
scene depends on your age. So
So-
that's
Yeah.
a loaded question.
Miss J Little says, I heard this morning that a person can cheat on you and still love you, but don't let them keep cheating on you because that isn't love. Is that true?
Oh, I do. So I understand that concept because I think that guys cheat is just like really a primal thing. Like, I just want it from that person. I don't love that other girl. I don't want nothing from her. That's all I. Well,
they're just doing something because they can.
or
correct.
It's
Or
appealing
it's
to the
available.
eye.
You just don't like that because I can't.
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
can truly love who you're with and not want to mess that up and still go out here and be dirty.
So,
Now, when somebody doesn't take your
AYM
feelings
Mark
into consideration and continue
says,
to do
what
something
makes
like
them
that,
say-
Is that
that's
love?
that's the real story.
what
Right.
he wants to know that what makes them say men have more options than women.
Because they
the,
do.
The numbers don't lie. Population wise,
It's more women than there are men. You
Correct.
have your pick.
Lo said, love would not allow you to continue to hurt someone you love.
Continue.
What
That
book is
doesn't-
he reading out of?
He's sitting there with chicken soup for the soul.
Why are you Googling these things?
He got an Iyanla Van Zant book right in front of him. He's
Stop
quoting
it.
some stuff out of her book. First of all, yeah, continue is the key word in that phrase. You're right, continue. But will they hurt you? Probably.
Easy.
People hurt people all the time, whether you're in a relationship or not.
Have
And
you
that
heard-
hurt
have
can
you
go
heard
on
someone?
for 5 years before they decide
have you-
that they don't
Yes.
want to do it
Have you
anymore.
deliberately hurt someone?
Deliberately, no.
So if that's the thing, so if the
That's
conversation,
why I said people are human. People.
So okay, so how do you come back from that? Because if the comment is that things sometimes happen, it wasn't deliberate, it wasn't intentional, you wasn't trying to be malicious. How do you come back from
Whoa.
that? Because now what you're saying is
You don't accidentally slip
Into some.
and fall
You
into
might
something
be able
that
to.
you're not supposed to be in.
Who left that banana peel here? That's what you gonna say.
That's a choice.
Show me the banana peel.
wait
Right now.
So Mark says there are so many different sexual preferences these days. It makes it kind of slim pickings now for men.
What
For men.
What do you mean by that? Like people?
Explain yourself.
You mean like
What is he saying?
women who want to
More
be with
women are turning
women?
gay?
Yeah, like
Is
lesbians.
that sounds like that's what
because
he's trying
that's
to say.
always been around.
right.
I guess
It is more of that,
it's-
and I also think
I just think we have more access to it.
but I also think it's some women who are
Okay,
really
that's what I'm
tired of
talking
men,
about, sis.
and they're
That's-
trying
that's what I'm
something
talking
else.
about. I got one for the good guys out here.
Spit it out.
My wonderful life says I'd have to disagree. I've been
Of
blessed.
course, she's married.
I've been blessed to always come across amazing men. But
Are they
maybe
good at
it
what
was
they do?
because
Where about?
but maybe it was because that was a decade ago.
Right.
Everyone
Oh,
might be
girl.
married now.
I think everyone is married now. That's why I said it depends on your age group, because I feel like
Yeah.
once you hit a certain age, everyone has pretty much found somebody, at least guys, because of the numbers. So a
And
lot of
because they
guys,
have
if you're trying
options,
to
they get to
date as
pick-
a female at 30, a lot of guys are already in relationships or already know who they want to be with, so they gonna cheat with you probably. But
Mark
Keep you on the
said-
side.
Mark said that comment that he made about the sexual preferences are for both sexes, and he said yes, women are are gay, bisexual, and transgender now. Like you have a lot more of that. than
Yeah,
you
good
once
point.
I
I'll give
still
you
doesn't-
that.
I don't know. I'm just
think that
interested in the
changes the
numbers on
fact.
that because I
Yeah.
feel like that's all. This isn't something new. It's just now in the forefront.
But it's
spotlight is
crazy
on it.
though. Like I think the numbers have changed.
I think
I'm
even
not
still with
saying
that,
they haven't.
guys
I'm saying
still
I'm
have more
interested in
options.
them.
Like, that's just a
that's
variable
the
thrown
point.
in
Even
there.
with all of these changes, right, and other people choosing other options,
So
it's
my
still
wonderful life said after 30 you might be.
Hang it up.
You
Skeech.
might-
You just got to be the rich IT to take your kids
I
to
did
Paris.
an Instagram
You know
poll
what?
yesterday. I think it said something along the lines of
And he
women
also
ages
said,
26
and he
to
also
30,
said
you have
women
to propose,
already have
like,
2 to 3
they're
you
looking
got
for
me
marriage.
messed up.
and he also said women already have 2 to 4 kids now too.
Wait,
So
not,
do men.
that's
Not
true.
all of yeah.
That's not true. I
It's
think that's the
definitely not.
caliber of women that you come across.
You're right.
Or that
It's
you're
three.
dealing
So
with.
It's
does
three
that-
here
does
with no
that mean
children.
That it's not, so that means it's not the caliber of men that you all are coming across? Because
I didn't say anything about kids.
no, we're not talking about kids.
Oh.
We're just talking about in general. Because now you made a statement about the caliber.
I
of-
done talked to dudes with college degrees, dudes that probably
break it down for
barely
you.
made it out of high school.
You have a wide range.
like,
No
dudes in the
discrimination.
middle, and they all
Got at least one.
got a whole lot going on.
Look,
So that doesn't mean much.
Crickets.
I think you would be hard pressed to find.
Crickets.
I'm more so shocked when I meet a guy of a certain age that doesn't have children than
Wait,
a woman.
what that mean? I ain't got no kids. What you trying to say?
Well,
so
Right,
now you
I
gonna
was
get
shocked.
offended the same way we just got offended.
No, I'm just trying to say. Well, I want to know what was she saying so I can be rightfully offended.
People like you are rare.
Oh, well,
it's rare to find
That
a guy
wasn't a
that's
compliment
above
to
30,
you, just-
33 without kids,
Dog, but y'all still
with multiple baby mamas.
Who? What? What? I don't know if I'm jumping on that train.
look.
What? So what's the solution?
Everybody,
okay,
everybody
so
has. Here's
what's
the solution.
What's the solution?
Everyone has their flaws. It's about what
Because
you're
Cody
willing.
want to know what the solution is.
It's about what you're willing to deal with. So back to our last conversation last week, it's about your standards and your expectations. I don't think people should go into situations, especially if you're going to give it a chance, with specific expectations, but you should have certain standards where, okay, this is what I want. I'm starting to really believe in this saying, like, be intentional with your time. Don't sit there and say, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and date him. He had 2 baby mamas, barely working, all this other stuff. If I know for a fact, I know me and I know that's not what I want, then I'm wasting my time.
Absolutely.
Don't waste your time, but when you have somebody that goes along with your standards, maybe give it a try.
But then do you find that you're having to alter your standards because of your options?
I did at first, and now I'm getting back to the old Aaron. I would say absolutely not. I'd rather just live with me and my dog
Mark said.
instead of
Mark
settling.
said thanks. He glad he appreciated the comment because we rare out here. We unicorn.
Oh.
That's one-
See what I mean? But no one said we were rare. You not gonna say it?
No, y'all are rare. I'm not gonna lie. There's not many women.
I
out
meant
here.
rare in a good way. That
No.
look, that side eye.
No,
you gave like y'all are real
Aaron,
rare.
You're rare. You're a unicorn.
I know
Okay.
this.
But I think there are a lot of women who don't have children out here, who are
they?
like
It is.
college.
Where?
Hey,
Your,
maybe
like, group of
maybe
friends
just
from
my
school.
friends.
Where? Cody, you know a lot of women out here that
You know what? Forget that. Forget that. How about this? The same men who claim they don't want women with children end up with women with children.
Because it's slim pickings.
They gotta adjust, just like
And
we're
y'all
at
have
that age where we
options.
have to adjust.
We don't have many options no
You
more.
do.
Please.
It used to be. I'm not talking to a guy with kids. Now it's.
One is okay.
I mean, it's
Oh, now
like
it's one
one
okay?
baby mom.
I'm good.
They
I
all
thought
by
like
the
that.
same girl. All right.
Oh no!
So,
I thought that like a couple
Melvin
years
said
ago.
that
no.
you ladies are rare and beautiful.
Aw. Thanks, Melvin.
Do you even know what I look like?
He does now.
Hey.
Why? Oh, good. It's a matrix.
Yeah, you did.
Terrible, right? This is what I gotta do with every Wednesday.
I will say this. We were talking about this in our like youth group etiquette class, which
Youth group
goes
etiquette.
along with
Where'd you youth group?
compliment.
Drop that off. Where'd you youth group? What?
Wyoming Avenue Church of Christ.
Okay, look
Yeah,
at you.
I'm a youth counselor. Well, so is Soraya.
Wow,
a youth
look at that. That's
counselor.
amazing.
We had an etiquette
just ran.
class. Yeah, out in these streets.
Don't do
Back
it.
to the compliment thing. I think this is a little food for thought for everyone, though, because that's something men and women have a problem with. People are so defensive nowadays. When a guy actually gives you a compliment, he might not want anything from you. He just wanted to tell you that he thought you were beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think
I
women
like-
should do a
I
better
like
job
where-
of saying thank you.
I like where you're going.
And receiving it.
Because
Yes.
I've been out. Like, this is the one thing that's. I say this because I'm from here, but when I go other places, it's not always like this. I'm not saying it can't be, but because I'm from here, when you out and when you're dating and you know, hey, how you doing? Oh my God, I just can't come out with my girls, and I'm just trying to. You drop something like.
Why you doing all
You
of
know
that?
what I'm saying? Like, oh
Yeah.
my God. Every time I'm out here, everybody want to be all in my face. Like,
That's a younger thing. I think.
no.
I think so.
Because I
you
used
think
to
women
get,
30 plus are acting
they don't.
like that?
I don't think so. And maybe some of them like might
Lo
roll
says
their
y'all back
eyes.
friends now.
All right, whatever. So like some of them might like do an eye roll or something like that. But I think
Well,
that was a younger like I remember like having an attitude or whatever. Like I don't want to be bothered when I was younger. At this age, I'm like for real. Like
But answer the question.
I'm an adult. I'm gonna accept a compliment like an
But
adult.
answer the question, though. I want you all to answer the question. So when you all are going out, because you all consider yourself still dating, correct? So when you all go out, so you done? All right, cool. So when you all go out and you're in these social atmospheres, you don't assume that someone may approach you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You
so,
know that
right.
it's
so,
a
That's a
possibility.
possibility.
So here's the thing. At a point in time, maybe not after 30, but at a point in time, you still had to know that then. And then knowing that then, and then you hit somebody with the B-box, oh my God.
But see, back then it was
Oh
like
my
they
God, oh
grabbed
my
you or
God.
something
But
like
it
that.
don't-
Don't
no,
touch
it
me.
don't-
My God.
How do I get your attention when it's ba 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 ba?
You make eye contact.
How? From the back? How do I get your attention?
They call you over with
Position
his sultry
yourself
eyes.
to make eye contact.
Hannah.
It's nothing sexier than eye contact.
In the club, it's kind of uncomfortable. though.
No,
Hey, I
for
can
me,
see her right now while you busy talking. I can see Soraya coming over to me like this guy just walked up to me, stared me all in my face. It's time to
peered
go.
into my soul.
Yeah, I feel real
Grab your
uncomfortable.
stuff. We
It's
gotta
time
get
to
outta
go.
here.
I'm
No,
o-
but you know
I'm
you
over
share
here.
a
Finish
glance.
your drink. We gotta go someplace
A
else.
glance?
You share a
So
glance.
how does this work? I got my
Stop
drink.
It, stop it. Everybody's had moments where there's someone that like you equally find attractive, one
you
another,
smize?
and you share a glance with one another. That's the green light. Like, oh, okay.
So right now, fellas, so you all are saying, hands down, the green light. If we out and I'm out and out, boom, we catch it for a second.
if I
and you
don't cut
smile,
my eyes, then yeah.
You
So-
can walk up
so-
and just say
a woman-
hi. Like,
Thank
man,
you.
just,
Why I gotta be a
just say
bad
hi to
brother?
me.
Why I gotta be a rhythm?
I'm not saying you can't say hi. I'm telling you
Say
that
hi
that's
to
a
me.
good way to do it.
So okay,
I don't
so here's the thing.
understand.
Both approaches work.
With your theory, I have proven it to be wrong.
What do you mean?
I've done that. Like, oh, okay, how you
She
doing?
ain't like you.
Oh,
Right, but you just said
that's the hint right
But
there.
you just said. But did you just not say that little subtle glance, a little smile, is a green light.
So when you approached
Maybe
her, was
she
she
had a man
rude,
and
or
she was
did
trying to
she
be
like
faithful.
when you approached her? What happened?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
What did she say verbatim? 'Cause
You
I
out
know
here
she
picking the
didn't do
wrong
all of
one.
Right.
How do I know who's the right one from afar?
probably be looking at
You
them
know if
rats.
somebody's about to start
You know.
beatboxing.
All right, I ain't got time for you.
That's
You
true.
see what I gotta deal with? Cody, you see what I gotta deal with? It's crazy, right? All right, man. So we come with a solution because we have to. At least can we get a solution for the last
Find
show?
somebody to love you and love them like nobody's business.
I say have fun with dating. Don't take everything serious. I know that as you get older, we are conditioned to do that, but a lot of times that can get us in trouble. So you can have fun with it, and if you find that it's a waste of time, then move on. But don't go into it like, oh, he gotta be the one, or she gotta be the one. That's no fun. Enjoy dating. We need to get back to that.
Get a dog.
Wow.
That's real.
Oh, my live just went out over there. All right, so we over here.
Get a
though.
dog. A dog's the only thing that'll love you more
Oh,
than
yeah,
you love
can only do it
yourself.
for a certain amount of time. I
I
think.
see. All right, let me see if I can go back live for the end of it. You gonna let me go live again? All right, so get a dog. You said love on somebody and love them hard. What's your final thought on
Love 'em
dating?
hard.
I said have fun with dating. Try not to take it too seriously, at least not in the beginning, because that's where all the stress comes from. So
Okay, that's
dating can
true.
be fun.
I will give some
if
real
we
advice.
don't be so anal about
I
it.
will just say protect your heart. So
Oh my
yes,
God.
have fun, keep it light. I'm serious though. Protect your heart
Yeah,
till
but
it's
to
somebody
what
worth
extent,
giving it to. When I say protect your heart, I don't mean like, oh, don't go dating. Just, like you said, keep it light and have fun with it.
Don't wear
When
it on
you-
your sleeve the
Yeah,
first date.
right.
Do you love me?
Don't
Yeah, I've heard that
I met
before.
you
don't
yesterday.
make it a stressful
You wanna
situation.
meet my mom? Like no.
I don't even want to talk to you anymore.
Yeah, don't, because it adds stress to yourself, and then it doesn't become enjoyable for you.
Well, here's my food for thought. Don't go into anything expecting everything. Y'all like that, don't y'all? Don't like. Why are you? Don't know?
Ayala.
You mad because I'll be out here dropping
You
jewels?
reading
Boy, I
the same
think-
book as Lowe's. So,
Hey, Lowe's, that's my homie. That's my person. Here's the thing. You can't take what you've experienced or what you think you like or what you think you know into this situation expecting to get all that. Because you done made a checklist already. Oh, he ain't did this. Oh, he ain't did this. Or she ain't did this. She ain't did that. Like, go in and enjoy the moments that you share with this individual and build the expectation from that.
That's fair.
I agree with you. And honestly, like, what you have experienced in the past might not even the best
No.
that you've experienced.
No.
So definitely don't go in with expectations.
Don't limit yourself.
No. All right. So, any final thoughts for this
Mid-season finale.
mid-season finale?
This was
Tiff.
really fun.
Oh,
yeah,
Sorare.
sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, this was really fun. Of course, I enjoyed talking to you all, and we are friends outside of this, so I think it makes it that much more fun and better. But I hope we can continue to do this, and I'm glad people tuned in with us today. That was very special to me.
Yeah.
and I'm
Yeah, it
sure
was
you
kind of
all,
dope.
too.
Yeah.
Might do it again.
I'm really grateful to be a part of this.
You're welcome.
And
I'm just playing. You know, I had to. You left it
I'm
open.
going to be honest, like just talking to you guys every week, I feel like this was like very therapeutic for me. Yeah. And I always enjoy good conversation. We're actually talking about,
Something.
right.
Tiff.
I just want to say I'm thankful for the opportunity. I'm thankful for you guys that we are able to come do this. I look forward to it weekly, same as you all. Yeah, I'm excited for what the future holds.
Yeah, we
for
gotta-
the culture cure.
Yeah, we out here, Coach.
Looking forward to what's coming up next.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you all. This was a brainchild of mine that I've had for a while, and you all in different ways cursed me out about not getting up and just doing it, and I did it, and the cards started to fall. I made one step, and it's amazing how fast things can get going. Because
I'm proud of you.
here we are.
The universe will always yield
Yeah,
to what you
Because
need.
here we are, 10 shows later.
Right.
Crazy, right?
10 shows?
10 shows later.
Wow.
Yeah, 10 shows later. So I appreciate you all.
Bye-bye.
I appreciate you all. I want to give a shout out to my man Cody back there holding us down on the ones and twos back there. You know, if we get an opportunity to come back here and be on location at Wayne State, hopefully I can get you. You know,
Yeah, right.
because Cody holds us down. And what's your name again? Amy. We gotta give a shout out to
Shout
Amy.
out to Amy.
Amy is always holding us down, and it's just been a blessing. It's just been a blessing, you know, and I appreciate everything. I appreciate Wayne State University. I appreciate, you know, the classes here and the students for listening in, and those that have been guests on the show. It's just a humbling experience. So I do appreciate, you know, everything that everyone has done and provided to the show. When I called you all, you came, and I appreciate it. You know, it's not many people that you can reach out to and say, take some of your time away from your day to do something that I'm not paying y'all for. So,
You'll get a bill on
We'll
the back
talk
end.
about that later.
I mean, bring a sponsorship. We might,
2019 goals.
but
He didn't read my contract. It's in there.
we tore that up.
I'm gonna see y'all on Judge Judy in a few weeks.
I forged another one.
Hatchet, Judge Hatchet.
straight put it on top and got the tracing.
Oh man.
But yeah, it's been fun. I appreciate the opportunity. This has been let's pay some bills first because you know we always gotta do that. Tomorrow, what's today? Today the
fifth.
5th? Oh,
Jeez, I didn't
The day
even
after
know.
J Day.
oh, okay. I got the
Man.
wrong thing here. Hold on. What's going on in the school? 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 What's going on in the school?
Until you figure it out.
Oh, all right, tomorrow. I think that's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow the 6th.
Why?
The Detroit Shrimp and Fish Food Truck will be on campus in Williams Hall from 10:30 to 2:30. Y'all check that out. You know what I'm saying? Get you some fish and shrimp.
Sounds tasty.
However, this has been the Culture Cure. You can follow us at the Culture Cure Show on Instagram and on Twitter and on YouTube and SoundCloud. Also, we out here grooving, and I'm working on a iTunes deal. I'm out here working on the Spotify
You gonna have
deal.
to pay me for real if you got all this stuff working.
I guess I'm talking too much. Huh? All right, but you know, this has been your man Jay Liggs. It's been a wonderful time. We appreciate you all listening in. Until next time.
Bye guys.
Peace.
Hey.